There is a storm brewing in the heart of Germany, a sonic fog of anguish, beauty, and decay. HAZE Miasma don't play post-metal. They weaponize atmosphere, twist emotion into distortion, and bleed honesty into every note. With their new album, Praise Me, Erase Me, on the horizon, and single Demi-Human just dropping, I'm sitting down with the mind behind the madness, Johannes, to peel back the layers of haze, humanity, and the art of turning chaos into something breathtaking. Mate, how are you?
I'm really fine. Thank you for this intro. It was fantastic.
Thank you.
Very dramatic.
Oh, look, I'm just being honest. I am very dramatic, but I'm just being very honest. I've been very lucky. I've been listening to the album, but in particular the new single Demi-Human a lot, especially in the last couple of hours. I've actually had it on repeat, and I'm genuinely in love. I play a little bit of Doom type of stoner Doom more stuff myself.
Yeah.
As you can see, I've got all these guitars and stuff behind me.
Great.
Yeah, I can't help myself. So I have a bit of a project going with some friends. So I really related to a lot of what I was listening to, and I really am enjoying it. So I'm really looking forward to the album dropping and people being able to hear it. Now, you do a lot of solo work as well.
Yeah.
How do you balance the work between the two?
It's not that difficult because my solo work, I think you refer to Hjort. That's my solo project. I released on Inertial Music. That's the label we release our new album for HAZE Miasma now. I released my solo album for Hjort just in the beginning of this year. And I would say Hjort is just something like the little brother of HAZE Miasma. It's just my own thing, and it's only instrumental. And it was created in a time when we didn't do so much with HAZE Miasma. There were different things to do. But I still had the urge to create something and do some songwriting and try something different when it comes to the sound. And so it was just this had to be done as well, but it wasn't to balance it. So it just happened. It was cool.
Yeah, that is awesome. Now, would you say that there's all bands have it, but what would be the evolution going from, say, Agenda Endure through to Nebula and then now Praise Me, Erase Me, in terms of like the sound and the approach and the ambition there?
Mm-hmm. I think if you compare the Nebula EP to the Agenda Endure album, which was released for the first time in 2020, we just went to even more atmosphere, even more sounds and reverbs and stuff like that, which is cool. But this time we started to go one step back, I would say, and said, come on, let's a bit go back to the roots and again have clearer song structures, and even the sound is very natural. I think it's quite different to many modern productions, because when it comes to modern metal productions, I'm often quite fast, a bit bored, because everything sounds very similar.
Yes.
And we try to keep it still atmospheric and dramatic and how do you say? Just in a dramatic way. But we wanted to keep it natural, that you can hear every instrument and just feel, just have the possibility to dive into it. And I think this just worked out, and I'm quite happy with it. But you have to know, the songwriting started right after the Nebula songwriting, or even after the Agenda Endure songwriting. So the album that's coming now, it's just the result of 4 or 5, yeah, maybe 4 years songwriting, and it just developed over the years. And with the vocals, last year it was something different, very different again. But now I'm very happy with it as it is now.
Now, I personally feel with your albums that there's things that should be listened to from start to finish.
Yeah.
Is that something that you endeavor to do? Is that something when the songwriting process that you're like, this is a progression, or do you kind of write the songs and then you're finding their place as you write them?
No, absolutely. I would say it really is an album. You have to listen from the start to the end. And yeah, I'm not quite sure. It's not that way this time, but at the Agenda Endure time, it was really, the songs were just on the album as they were recorded in the same structure. So I think if you listen to the album, you always can hear the development of what happened in that time in our songwriting sessions. So yeah, I would recommend it to listen the whole album. Because yeah, you mentioned Demi-Human, our single that dropped yesterday.
Yes.
I love this song too, but I think it's not really representative for the album, which I really like. So there are many surprises to come with the next songs. I guess they won't sound the same like Demi-Human, but
yeah, well, yeah. Like, having heard a lot of this stuff myself, I completely agree with you. Yeah, I think people are going to be blown away when they hear some of what's to come. I don't want to give anything away, so.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
yeah, well,
look, after this album's out, where do you see yourselves going with it? Is it working on a new album? Is it live shows? Is it, branching into different things?
Yeah. Actually, we're open for everything. I would love to write some new songs soon. I think there will come some new York stuff as well in the next month. Yeah, and sometimes we're talking about would be cool to play live, because we didn't do it with HAZE Miasma, but everybody in the band is quite experienced in live playing, because everybody is playing in some other bands or did it in the past. But this is quite complicated because we don't live at the same place in Germany, and everybody has quite much to do. And as you know, playing live is always a lot of work, because our music isn't written for playing live. So we would have to conceptualize it for live appearance, and then you have to rehearse, you have to work on it, you have to meet, and you need a concept for playing live. So it's much work to do. We love the idea, and maybe sometimes it happens, but I don't know when this will be. Yeah.
Now, you mentioned before we started that you spent a little bit of time in my hometown of Adelaide, Australia. Any plans to come back this way?
To Adelaide or Australia?
Just
in general.
yeah.
Yeah, as I told you, it was in 1998 when I was in Australia. It's a long time. So my memories to that time are just quite related to the time I spent there in a boarding house at school. Played really much soccer, which didn't. The cool guys there played also rules football. I played soccer because I'm European. Yeah. So I didn't see that much of the whole country. So this would be really cool to come back to Australia sometimes. But yeah, it's a long journey, a long flight. So I don't know. Yeah, when did this happen as well?
Yeah, look, if you do start playing live, you'll have to bring the band over and come and play some shows here.
Yeah, maybe this would be an option. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I always. No,
sorry, just another story about LA, because I always have to think about LA when I listen to the obsolete album of Fear Factory, you know, because I think this was released in 1998, and I bought this in a record store in Adelaide. So this, and if I listen to it, you know, this works with music. You always have the memories of that time when you bought this record. And this is my Adelaide memory when I listen to Obsolete.
I absolutely love that, and it's great to me knowing that I will probably or would have shopped in the same records at the same time and buying, you know, buying the same
I
album
guess.
as well. Yeah, that's fantastic. That's fantastic, mate. I always round these up with some quick fire, just a couple of quick questions. So this is kind of just off the top of your head, though. My first one is always a little bit harder for musicians to answer. So who is your favorite band or musician?
Okay, yeah, this is really hard to answer because there would be some, I guess. Um, so maybe if you ask me tomorrow, I would tell you something quite different. But there's a band that really accompanies me over the last years. I don't know. Do you know Pain Observation from Sweden?
No.
This progressive band I really love. And I thought when I listened to Demi Human and the clear vocals of our singer Andreas, this sounds quite a lot to the guy of Pain Observation sometimes, which I like. But I also like bands which are more in the post metal vein, like Cult of Luna. I Ghost Brigade, maybe from Finland, was a great band. One of my favorite bands just right at the moment is Der Weg einer Freiheit. It's a German band, post black metal band, who are really cool. And I think there's quite a lot of influence when it comes to guitar harmonies for HAZE Miasma. And yeah, so maybe this would be my answer.
That is awesome. I actually discovered Cult of Luna yesterday.
All right.
And I'm in love. I absolutely adore them already. So yeah, that is awesome, mate. If you could collab with anybody, dead or alive, who would be your dream collaboration musically?
Oh man.
Again, it's not an easy question.
No, I think I will answer it in a different way because yeah, I don't really have an answer to that, but I'm very proud at this moment and with our new record because, as you know, the album cover is designed by Niklas Sundin, who was 20 years the former guitarist of Dark Tranquillity. Also, one band I was a big fan, especially in the 90s, but even afterwards. But and yeah, Niklas is a great guy. He's a very nice guy, as I learned now, a very helpful, supportive, nice, and funny guy. But he's also a great musician who was founder of Hammerfall, I guess, played in Dark Tranquillity. Still today, he does his own stuff. And he's a great artist and designer. And that's what makes us as a band really proud to have now our own album with the artwork of Niklas Sundin. So this is quite cool as a collaboration.
That is amazing. Yeah, and getting to collaborate artistically with someone like that is just fantastic. Yeah, no, awesome. Mate, last question I always have is what would you have to say to the fans? If you could say anything to the fans of your music, what would you tell them?
Yeah, as we said before, just take your time, relax, have a nice seat and a good drink, and maybe you should dim the light a bit off, and then just feel free to dive into the music. Yeah, and I hope some people will get to know HAZE Miasma and on your album. This would be really cool.
Yeah, well, I can't wait for people to be able to pop some headphones on and listen to this album start to finish and just get mesmerized and dive right into it, just as I've been able to.
Perfect.
Mate, thank you so much for your time today. I really, really appreciate it. Is there anything else you wanted to share or say before we finish up today?
No, just thank you for your interest and the possibility to present our music here. And yeah, greetings to Adelaide. It was fun to talk to you.
Yeah.
And have a great weekend. Good time. And see you next time, maybe.
Rock and roll. Well, thank you so much, mate. And we'll speak to you again soon.
Yeah. Bye.